Hey, it's Pat McGrew here with the Inkish team for Bonjour. You know us for our morning shows when we're at big trade events, and this is another one. We are here on day 2 of Printing United Expo in beautiful Orlando, Florida. I would say muggy Orlando, Florida. It's a little humid here. And we have this morning Ashley from Printing United Alliance, I guess is the best way of putting it. Well, you know her from all of her videos in her channels. We have Matthias Anaheim from Muller Martini. You also know him from Hunkler. And we have Andrew Gunn, who you may have recognized from all sorts of things, but we're talking to him from Fujifilm. And we are going to be talking this morning about impressions and the things that are going on. And the thing that everyone has said to us as we've been roaming around is the vibe is really amazing this year. And Ashley, I don't know if it's because we're in one big hall or if just the layout actually makes that much of a difference, but everybody seems to be buzzing and jiving.
Absolutely. So I do think part of it is being in one hall. We were talking about it before this, you know, being able to all be together. First of all, you can see everything. And also, you know, being able to do one circuit and not leave the hall is amazing. Yes, it's huge and it takes a long time to get from one side to the other, but I think that attributes to it for sure.
And so, Matthias, from your perspective, you're in a great position in the hall. You're almost like dead center in it. Nobody can go anywhere without seeing you. So how are you finding the vibe at the show, and what kind of feeling are people bringing into your stand?
So I feel very good. I just told this morning I'm quicker from the hotel to the exhibition hall than in the hall itself to our booth. But weather's perfect. So in Switzerland it's already freezing cold. I could not be happier. Our location is great. Absolutely, especially when it comes to Hunkler. We have the appearance on 2 booths with Standard and Muller Martini, of course. So the vibe's great.
And you've brought equipment with you, and that people can actually, you know, go up and hug a piece of equipment. And I think sometimes shows are important for that. But you also have your Connex workflow story that you've brought. So it's a big ecosystem Muller Martini has.
Yes, especially now with the merger of Hunkler and Muller Martini together, we extended our portfolio, so it's even bigger. We can provide end-to-end solutions with Muller Martini and Hunkler together, connected with the Connex workflow, of course. So that's why we talk with the smart factory, which you can see on the booth itself. Absolutely.
And that's the value of a big trade show, isn't it? And Andrew, for you guys, this has got to be heaven, because you get to show all this really cool equipment that you have and introduce a piece of new equipment as well.
Yeah, well, it kind of is heaven. It's Orlando, right? I have heaven for kids, but some adults as well. The warmth, we like that. Yeah, and it's a different. I think last year, you know, we basically threw the kitchen sink at it last year. We had everything, and it seemed kind of disconnected. Not disconnected, but you know, it was kind of scattered a bit. Now we've brought that story together. We've brought out new products, as you mentioned, with the wide format, with the Acuity TR, with the Aquafuse ink.
That's adorable.
Yeah, and it's something different, because we've always played in that mid to high end wide format space, and now we're going into the entry level, which we're kind of excited about. And that Aquafuse ink is that UV/water-based aquafuse, and people I get that look, is like, what's that?
How do you do that?
So it behaves as a UV. The image quality and the color behaves as a UV. You get that quality, that pop that you could put down on you know, garment, different media, a wider range of media. But then it's got instant. There's no dwell time. It's instant curing, right? So because the water base, it dries instantly. So you're not dumping any speed. So you get great productivity, great image quality, great color, and great pop. And if you come on by. And a lot of times people talk about wide format as arm's length quality. It's not like you get near photographic quality when you're looking at it. So we're quite psyched about it and looking forward to bringing that product to market.
And something that I wanted to ask you is, you know, we like to talk about this idea of convergence.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm more in the commercial space, but I think that the entry-level wide format's really interesting for my space in particular. Is convergence, is that kind of something that you are seeing and a driving force behind moving into entry-level wide format?
I do, because we've got people that are showing up, and it's funny, that's a good question, because people that are coming in there are saying to us, we're getting into wide format more. You know, I was thinking about getting something, you know, a lay flat or a hybrid product from you guys. I just think I should get 2 of these, and because they see it as for redundancy, for speed's sake, ease of use. So you do see that convergence, right? So you do see people coming from other disciplines of print over into this space because they've heard, hey, I heard there's a market into it. This is a great entry point. Where do I buy? So yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
As you're looking around the floor, and anybody jump in here, is there anything that caught your eye that you want to go look at again? Is there any technology? We were talking a little bit about how pervasive AI is
Yes.
on this floor.
Yeah, so actually, it hasn't caught my eye yet because I haven't been over there. Can't even believe it, but I'm going over there today. So the AI Pavilion, I've heard incredible things so far. I know the tours yesterday were jam-packed, overbooked. So many people showed up that they had to pull in other people from my team to do tours. So I'm really excited to see that. I know that, yes, obviously everyone's talking about it, but, getting a chance to actually get in there and see who on the floor has some AI offerings, and I think that's really valuable.
And for everybody who's here, who's watching this, there is a really great poster here in the Printing United Alliance stand that tells you not every place that AI is, but
Right.
a lot of the places that AI is here in the stand.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something. Are people asking you if there's AI in your equipment?
Yeah, I get that quite a bit. And sorry to jump ahead, but the AI Pavilion for me, like that was it for you. You took my answer. I was like, the AI. I think it's interesting because, you've got the generative AI stuff, which is it's kind of the there of AI. You've got predictive AI, which is learned improvement. And then my favorite is agentic AI, where right.
Yeah,
right?
I'm there. Yeah.
And bit of a humble brag here. But we're using agentic AI in our Revoria Flow DFEs, where Fuji knows a couple things: print, and we know photos. So we're using agentic AI, where you're saying, okay, you bring a photo in, you've got red eye, or you've got shadow areas, or you've got messed up skies. It's automatically going to go out, seek it out, and fix those things like red eye removal without ever these two little things called human intervention coming into play. I think that was jazz hands there for a minute.
No, but I think it's appropriate.
Jazz hands, everybody. So for me, the agentic AI on the print side, it seems like the most realistic thing. Like, people say, what's the role of it in workflow? And I think from a print perspective, I think agentic AI is probably the most, it's here.
I
Right?
feel like it's a superpower too if you understand the value proposition.
Yeah.
Because it's not ChatGPT,
Yeah.
right?
It's not
it is
ChatGPT.
I absolutely agree. I mean, everyone talks about AI, but it's not. It's not
a
he-
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's interesting to see how development goes forward and how real solutions you can see now. It's not just talking about it, and everyone knows it's important in the future, but how can you work with it in reality?
And I think for printers, it's important to come to a show like this to see how many different ways it could actually improve their business.
Actually, I had a question for you. Do you see, because you're the ones that talk to the printers, are you seeing AI being applied in, not just in theory, but in applied situations?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
The last several, the last 8 weeks have been an array of association meetings and user group meetings, and there isn't a session that doesn't have an AI component to
Right.
it.
No, but I don't- I
where
mean-
printers are bringing their case studies. To
Oh,
the
okay, that's
table.
okay. So that answers my
Yeah.
question. Yeah, I meant
And-
I meant at the ground level, not the OEM.
Yeah.
And at every level, right? Because some of them have kind of tiptoed in. Oh well, we ask ChatGPT to look at our spreadsheets now, right? And that's a great way to get started. But so many of them have reached out into other tool sets where they're using Make or N8N or Zapier as a platform to build their own agentic AI workflows where they're pulling in things that can read their email, can take a PDF and turn it into data that they can then push into like a Google Sheet or
Right.
an Excel spreadsheet and use that to help drive their business, to help them do their own version of predictive analytics for their workflows, but also back office. Because if you're here on the floor, you know the print vendors have a lot of this figured out. But if you can't get the stuff from the sales process into the job onboarding process without it taking 5 days, you can't take advantage of the rest of the workflow.
Right. I just was visiting, sorry, I was just visiting someone on Monday, and I asked that question, like, are you using AI in any way? And one of the guys, an estimator, was saying, he is using it, and he went from having to pull all this different data together, and it would take him maybe 10, 15 minutes to do that, and now it takes him like a minute. So, that's a small
The time
use
savings
case, but
are
it's
amazing.
Yeah, but you do that repeated throughout the day, and it's big savings.
Yeah, that's quantifiable, isn't it?
Yeah, and in a lot of the association meetings, we were talking about it last year, and when we came back to this year's association meetings, people were bringing how they did it. Does Connex leverage AI?
Not yet, but of course it's
It
a
will.
topic that's
Yeah.
around everywhere. But what I just wanted to mention is to come back to your initial question. I'm a big fan of AI and I love to talk about AI, but it's also about solutions here for me on site. So it's interesting to see the AI solutions, but I cannot tell you a specific booth which I'm interested in to watch, but it's the hardware, the solutions you can see, you can touch, you can compare to each other. So for me, it's important if I go to a show to really see equipment and not just an empty booth with videos. I can watch videos at home. So, and for me, that's special when I go to a show to see real solutions and examples how the printer shops could work.
We had, I think, Ashley, we both had examples of people that we talked to over yesterday that didn't come to the show intending to buy, but did, and have signed contracts, or they've at least made arrangements that someone's going to come back after the show with
Yeah,
them.
that's good to
and
see.
they're going to be buying because they saw the thing that was going to change their environment.
Yeah, and it also helps you think outside the box when you actually are seeing it.
Yeah.
And wait a minute, I could use that in my, my business, and I wasn't thinking about that previously. Yeah, so.
And we heard that in the questions that we've been asking in the aisles. People, it's like, well, what do you think I should go see?
Yeah.
It's like,
Send them over to Fujifilm.
yeah, we to Fujifilm, we send them
Yeah, you can bring your checkbook, you take credit card, yeah.
Yeah,
And these guys as well, so yeah, we welcome them. Yeah, we have coffee.
Is there, as we get ready, so we're going to launch here into day 2, and then our final day is tomorrow. What are you expecting the vibe to be today? Day 2 sometimes is the vibier day.
I always say that people are like, well, it's always quiet in the morning, like, where is everybody? And then by noon, it's like, you're crushed, right? And day 2, you're right. Day 2 typically is the busy day. And then kind of day 3 in the afternoon, that's the getaway day, right? Stewart Student Day, which can't wait for that as well. Always fun, right? Teaching the next gen. So yeah, I think it's going to be a busy day too. But yesterday, not for nothing, was very busy in the afternoon.
We expect also day 2 was very busy, crowded. Yesterday was already very good, so we have shows on our booth where we show the equipment. Today we expect even more people, so yeah, looking forward to it. By the way, my compliments to the start yesterday to the show with the marching band. That was so great. Never saw something like that.
That was, yes, I had goosebumps. They were great.
Yeah,
oh my
really.
gosh, yeah. And they're a local high school band, marching band, yeah. Very cool.
Really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you want, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we won't have the marching band today, but I do think the first day, kind of get the lay of the land, and then the second day you can actually dive in and start having those conversations. So vibe will be good.
And so for anyone who's listening to us, if you're here at the show, please make sure you run up and down the aisles, go say hi to Andrew, go say hi to Matthias, come say hi to Ashley if you can find her, because she's always running around everywhere. If you see us in the aisles, come up and say hi to us. And if you're not at the show, watch all of the videos that are coming up on Inkish TV, because the interviews are with a lot of our favorite vendors. They are informative. They'll help you understand, one, what you missed, but also how you can do better in your planning and in building your own roadmaps for your print businesses. Because part of the trick is using this time of year to plan for your budget for next year. So we want you to be taking the most away you possibly can. So with that, we're going to say thank you and come back tomorrow for another Bonjour.